Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. And hello again. Hello to all of you, and don't look up. Yes, that's right, my friends. It's that day again. Wednesday has returned. The weeks have rolled along, and now we find ourselves standing in Wednesday, staring into the future, watching the horizon, hoping to catch a glimpse of Friday, that most wonderful of days. But, as I said, we know that it's Wednesday, so safety first. Better safe than sorry, as they say. So, don't look up. Yes, that way we can avoid the potentially colossal problem of where to look. We don't know if Colossus is dressed appropriately. So, as I said, better safe than sorry. We should err on the side of caution. Actually, that's a point. Do you know that phrase, to err on the side of caution? Well, for a start, there's a new verb, the verb to err. Now, any ideas of what it means? Well, it's a formal verb, so we don't use it too much, but it just means to make a mistake. I erred. I made a mistake. Now we can see that this verb, this rather formal verb, is connected to a word we know, can't we? Yes. What's a synonym for a mistake? Yes, we often use the word error as a synonym for a mistake. And we can see here that the two words have the same root, can't we? Yes, they both come from Latin via Old French, apparently. So the verb to err, as I said, a formal verb, not one we use all the time, but one we sometimes see in phrases, like, for example, in the phrase I just mentioned, err on the side of caution. Okay, now, what does it mean? Well, what's caution? We saw that in that song, didn't we? That song where Ralphie, the man of the world, a man who's already older than 16, yes, now that he's a true man of the world, a mature, experienced man of the world, almost as wise as that wisest of, that wisest of small, hairy, silly-eared dwarfs, Master Yoda. Yes. Well, thank you for that pearl of wisdom, Master Yoda. You do know that in English word order is quite, well, fixed, don't you? I mean, I don't want to criticize, but that sentence was, well, pretty bad. The correct sentence, as we all know, is this. But perhaps you're just tired and that's why you made such a terrible schoolboy error. Aha! Error. We're back to that again. So yes, Ralphie was telling Chris Plummer's daughter to exercise caution, wasn't he? He told her to be careful, to beware, to take care. He was telling her to exercise caution. Okay, so we know that caution is the care that someone takes to avoid danger or mistakes. If you're driving on a road like this, then it's a good idea to exercise caution. Do everything you can to avoid danger. Yes, so remember to drive slowly. Beep, beep, beep your horn when you're approaching a corner, just in case there's someone coming the other way. All right, so back to the phrase, to err on the side of caution. What does it mean? Well, all it means is to take the safe path when you have a choice. You could take path A or you could take path B. Which one is safer? A. Okay, will something bad happen if you take path B? Well, maybe, maybe not, but there is less chance of something bad happening if you take path A. So that's the path to take. Play it safe, err on the side of caution. But now, we're not going to err on the side of caution. Now we're going to throw caution to the wind. Yes, it's time to live dangerously and invite into the studio an electric eel. Yes, people, Enid's here. Somewhere. And if it's not scary enough that she's an electric eel, she's got a psychopath pheasant as a pet. And she might have brought him along today. Let's hope not, eh? Enid, are you there?
What ho, Gav? What ho, everyone? Hello, 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 and hello!
Hi, Enid. You seem very happy today. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, Gav. This and that, this and that.
This and that. Well, that's pretty mysterious. What do you mean, this and that? What have you been up to specifically?
Well, I think we all noticed last time when we met that I was a bit, well, stressed, I think is probably the best word.
Stressed?
Yes, stressed. I wasn't myself. I kept on snapping at you, for one thing, and that's something I never do. Well, unless I'm stressed, of course. And, well, I thought that I had to do something about it, and so I did.
Okay, you've got our attention now. Tell us exactly what you did. But hang on, we have to do this properly. Start at the beginning and all that. So, first things first. What was the root of your stress? What was the source of the stress? Why were you under pressure? What was getting to you? What was the problem?
You know very well what the problem was, Gavin John Duncan. Don't try and tell me that you don't.
Keith. It's Keith, isn't it? Well, it was Keith, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. Oh, I don't know. Keith seems to be getting worse rather than better. First there was that incident involving Rupert, and then there was that other episode with the radio and the flat and all the damage that came with Keith's fit. And, of course, we can't easily forget the scene in the bakery with that young man, young Blitzen Friedenslegensburdenstatst. What with all the shrieking, jumping onto counters, pointing accusatory fingers at me! Me of all people! Me! Someone who's always led a blameless life! Oh, the embarrassment, the shame! I was mortified, standing there in front of all those other customers, turning redder and redder by the minute, while that young man had a breakdown.
So, what did you do? I mean, you were so, well, stressed out the last time. Well, the last couple of times that we saw you, and now, well, you're a changed person. That is, fish. Well, you're a changed eel. What did you do? How did you deal with the stress?
Well, it wasn't my idea, but Clem, Archie and Rupert all thought that I was looking down in the mouth, and they all knew why. Well, they thought that they did. Clem and Archie thought that I was stressed out about having to tell Rupert, well, you know.
What? That he smells?
Yes, that's it. That he smells like a homeless dinosaur's sweaty parts.
Now, you mean a homeless dinosaur's armpits, Enid, not sweaty parts?
Oh, do I? Yes, you're quite right. That's it, isn't it? A homeless dinosaur's armpits. Thank you.
Okay, so that's what they thought, but...
Well, they only think that because they don't know that I asked you to, well, tackle that aspect of the matter. Have you had a chance to think about that, by the way?
Yes, don't worry, I'll do it. But will you please stick to the plot? What happened? What did you do? Honestly, trying to get you to finish an idea is like trying to get blood from a stone.
Yes, all right. But have you noticed how much calmer I am? I feel like a new woman. Well, you know what I mean. A couple of weeks ago, I would have bitten your head off for a comment like that.
Yes, I'm very aware of that. So, for the love of all things holy, will you please finish your story?
Oh, yes, but calm down, dear boy. You must learn to relax, like I did.
Like you did what?
Like I learned to relax. That's what I'm saying. Do you remember my doctor?
Now, I do recall something. He had a strange name, as I recall.
Yes, well, maybe. Strange is as strange does. You know that. And I know plenty of people who are of the opinion that Duncan is a strange name. So there.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how I should take this news, coming from someone who's friends with a guy called, what is it again? Blitzelfliedenbergstat? Honestly, what a moniker. Poor Rupert.
Poor Rupert, nothing. That's a very distinguished name. Rupert comes from a long line of Blitzelfliedenstudenstaats, let me tell you. And they all achieved great things.
All right. I'll believe you. Thousands wouldn't. So, you were telling us about this doctor.
Yes, so I was. Dr. Wildmagizzard. What? Is that so strange a name?
I have nothing to say. Not about the weird names of the people you know.
Pshaw! Footbadiddles! You and your bizarre prejudices. But I'm not going to rise to the bait. And do you know why?
No, I don't. And that's why I thought we were having the conversation. Enid, you still haven't told us anything.
Oh, How right you are. Silly me. So, as I was saying, or rather as I was about to say, it's all connected to Dr. Wildmagizzard. He set the ball in motion. Well, I suppose that's not 100% correct. Clem and Archie and Rupert, they started the ball rolling, and then Dr. Wildmagizzard took things to the next step.
Which was? Good grief, Enid, are you going to divulge any information today?
What? Oh, yes, of course. Well, as I already told you, my friends were worried about me. Well, perhaps worried is a bit strong, but they were definitely concerned. They could see that I was a bit down in the mouth, a bit down in the dumps. I wasn't my usual sunny self. So they told Dr. Wildmagizzard. They asked him what he would do. And then he got in contact with me. He contacted me and asked me to come and see him.
Blimey, that's unusual, isn't it? A GP taking the initiative like that. That is impressive. How did you react?
How do you mean?
Well, I just imagine that a lot of people wouldn't take too kindly to something like that. You know, people poking their noses in, people speaking out of turn, meddling in other people's affairs. You know how most people are.
Oh, no, I'm not like that. Well, I was so pleased that someone might be able to help, you see. I was feeling very, very low. I was at the end of my tether. I think you probably noticed that, didn't you, Gav?
Well, yes, certainly you were more, well, I don't know the best way to put it. You were quite impatient, which is unusual.
Yes, I was. As I said, I was snapping at the slightest thing. My patience was worn out. And we both know what the cause of the problem was, don't we? But enough about that for the moment. I was telling you about the doctor, wasn't I?
Yes, so what happened when you went to see him? Did he give you something?
Yes, but nothing pharmaceutical. What he gave me was much better than just a bottle of pills. He talked to me. He asked me what was going on. He asked me what I thought was wrong. And then he gave me some advice.
Which was? What?
He advised me to take a break, to go on holiday for a few days. He suggested that I just get away from everything here at home, just go away on my own for a short break just to recharge my batteries. And so, I came out of his surgery and the first place I went to was a travel agent's. I was booked to go on holiday inside an hour of leaving the doctor's surgery. How's that for quick action, eh?
Very impressive. But what did you do with Keith?
Oh, I found a very nice, well, a kennels.
A kennels, but surely...
I know.
You know what?
I know exactly what you're going to say. Kennels are for dogs. That's what you were going to say, isn't it?
Well, yes, kennels are for dogs, aren't they? That's the way I remember them being. When we went on holiday, we always put our dog into kennels.
Yes, well, traditionally kennels were for dogs exclusively. But, well, these days they care for a variety of animals, as I found out when I went to drop Keith off.
Why? What other animals were there?
Well, I didn't see all the animals at the kennels, all the boarders, all of the animals who were there while their owners were away. But there were dogs, cats, and then they had the more exotic pets. There was a separate section. That's where they put Keith, in with the exotic animals. I think he quite liked it, being in that group, the Exotic Animals Club.
Yes, I can imagine Keith liking that. That's right up his alley, being classed as something classy, something exotic.
Yes, well, as you might imagine, I was a little, well, nervous at the thought of putting Keith into kennels. Well, you know how he is.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what happened? Was there any trouble? Did he make a scene?
Well, that's the funny thing. I thought that he would. In fact, I was prepared for all hell to break loose, if you know what I mean. But, oh, hang on. Is that the time? Jeepers, I must dash. I'll be late. Toodaloo, pip, pip, and all that. Genie bye, I'm going to be late. Oh, helpmatosis, I'm going to be late. Oh, well, deep breaths. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Oh, well, that's that, I suppose. She's off. And it's time for us to leave too. Yes, the lesson has come to its conclusion, and it's time for us to part for the day. So, I'll see you all later. Have fun, people, have fun, and I'll see you all tomorrow. See you later. www.mediaclick.hu, and don't forget to put some music on too. See you later. Bye!